I was just saying I breathe. That's all I'm saying. I breathe. Speaking of breathing, making my way downtown, walking fast, making fast, and no doubt. That's as far as
and I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time will pass me by? Oh, 'cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles to find. I don't know.
See you.
Damn it.
Tonight.
Where's that mute button? We need to mute Terry Crews.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You are joining the one and only Sooper Friends Podcast, hosted by yours truly, Super VEGA, alongside CHET.
I cried for 26 minutes.
And our very own Zack Snyder, our Bryan Singer, our Joss. Did you say that, Joss? That's such a weird name, Joss. Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
Joss.
Yeah.
Joss Whedon. That's even odder.
In real life.
I haven't.
It doesn't even look like Joss.
I just read it off the thing whenever the movie's over.
It's one of those things. How does it even...
Anyway, the Incredible Folk.
No.
El Sumo.
Does not look even remotely like Joss. You were terrible. And why didn't you save those tears? I feed off tears.
Well, it's because you have the emotion chip over there in the cabinet.
Oh, I forgot.
The emotion.
We didn't get a replacement. There was a pipe burst, and it's kind of fried.
So, what do those things have in common other than their...
There's three things those guys have in common. Do you have any ideas? Do you have any idea?
Don't.
All right, so the three things those guys have in common. They are all directors who put their career on the line to attempt to please comic book fans.
And they
What
succeeded.
were they thinking?
Joss Whedon succeeded.
Zack Snyder succeeded.
Joss Whedon has his own fans, though. They believed in him.
Yeah, but that's
was warranted,
that's like saying your mom believes in you when you leave.
It's a participation award.
It counts, but I mean, does it really count?
He's not a big fan base. Do not piss off the Whedon fans.
That is true.
For they shall reign a rat supreme down upon you.
Oh God!
And most recently, so Joss Whedon or Joe Sweden or
Joss.
Jose Whedon for all I know.
Look at him, Jose Whedon, man.
Jose Whedon. He did the Avengers, merged the Marvel movies and made this incredible universe come to life under his direction. I mean, it probably was going to happen anyway, but under his direction, could have failed terribly, could have went really bad. Zack Snyder is doing the same thing with Batman versus Superman and the Man of Steel and that whole prospective thing.
Bringing DC together now.
And the most recent director to make a hint at possibly doing this, Bryan Singer. He was interviewed and gave off a little fair hint about the potential of seeing a Fantastic Four X-Men crossover.
That would be difficult, because then that would be another cross. That would be across two different production companies.
No,
right?
they're both Fox.
Oh no! Right, Fantastic Four is Fox.
Yeah,
they are Fox.
So that'd be the easiest to be honest. All you gotta do is, hey guys, money, cool, all right.
I'm down. As long as this Fantastic Four movie is good, I'm down.
How dope would it be?
It doesn't even have to be amazing. It just has to be good.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Gambit and Deadpool. They don't have to be amazing. They just have to be good
gonna be
enough.
amazing. If the trailers are any indication, I know trailers lie to you.
90% of the
trailers and the guy is perfect for Deadpool. If it's any indication, even if it's 10% as good as the trailer, I'm still gonna like the fucking movie.
Oh, there you go. And we might. So if we get that Fantastic Four X-Men crossover, Deadpool movie would have already come out by then. We might get some Deadpool action.
You know what surprised me is, even though the Deadpool trailer leaked, Fox didn't go, we give up and put it out in HD online. You still can't watch it in HD yet.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
WB and Marvel, when their stuff gets leaked, they
do some damage control real fast. Like, here's the better version. Enjoy this.
But they have two.
Don't watch it
ways
off of somebody's
handling.
Motorola Razr. You watch it the way we want you to see it.
They had two different ways of
guy.
handling it, though. And here's the difference with the attitude. Marvel's attitude was when the Avengers trailer got leaked. They were like, curse you, Hydra, and then they put out the whole thing. They actually did say curse
That's
you,
awesome.
Hydra.
That's awesome.
And they put it out. WB, when
put
Suicide,
out?
yeah,
When
when they put out.
Put out.
When Suicide Squad got leaked, WB is like, all of you pirates are pretty much the worst people ever, and we hate you, and you're all
remember that.
the worst, and you damage the quality of our production, so we are forced to put this out for you in order to protect our property. There you go. That isn't verbatim, obviously, but that's
That's
the
pretty
gist
close.
of it.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the sentiment.
What
Would have been
the hell
awesome
is
if
wrong
they did like
with
a
you?
Joker themed about that.
Why would you be like that? Who?
I mean, so
Is it because they're the
No.
darker and edgier one?
No, it's because they have terrible.
They can't be as
they have terrible.
comedic because they're the darker.
No, they have a terrible marketing team. Because a good marketing team would have spun it like the Joker played a prank on WB, and there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
A good marketing team would have
Listen
done
up,
that.
WB. We need somebody hired over here. But
And I don't want to take over.
And I'll do your IT work.
I didn't want to take over too much with more SDC stuff, so. But you had another thing to bring, else.
Oh god! So fan theory on who the Joker is in this iteration in the Suicide Squad. There is this theory, rumor, fanfic, whatever you want to call it, going around, that the Joker in the Suicide Squad is not the Joker we know, the clown with the suit. It's actually Jason Todd, who was resurrected, who was killed by the Joker, tortured for months, almost a year in some iterations. Like, spoiler alert, the Arkham Knight game. And then he was brought back to life and went insane, became the Red Hood, and then now became the Joker. And this makes even more sense and comes together even more. If you play the Arkham Knight games, and he has a J branded on his cheek, covered in scars and tattoos. So if anyone wants to look it up, I will try to link it to my Twitter. I still don't know how to use Twitter. Forgive me.
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, no, it was an amazing thing. When I read it, I was like, nah, this is gonna be dumb. And then I read it, and I was just, more, please.
Huh. Well, I mean, just to we're gonna get away from movies pretty soon, but just to kind of stick off of that real fast, rumors that there will be a scene with Zack Snyder's son, whatever his name is, who will be. It will be a kind of like a flashback scene of him being Robin.
Robin, yeah, I saw that one. Yep.
In Batman vs Superman, or Suicide Squad. Whichever one was it that had a picture of Robin's suit defecated by the
Batman vs Superman.
Defecated.
Yeah, defecated.
He took a shit.
I think it was desecrated. I know what you mean. It's desecrated.
No, defecated.
No, I think
He shitted it all
He
up.
actually wrote that in shit on
He
the suit.
shitted all over it.
He aerosolized
I
the
mean,
shit, put it in
I
a spray
definitely
can.
mean defecated. So there's that potential, but also coming a little bit off of that. Well, not even off of that, to be honest. I mean, this is completely comic book theory, but Earth 2, everyone.
Earth
2.
to everyone. It's
Think about
happening.
that. Earth 2. We've got the potential to find our distant, long lost cousins. Like all those people out there with no dads. We now know where they ended up.
So what is the real news behind this story?
So the
What's
real news
going on?
behind this is NASA sent out a shuttle that came across a planet that is circling. It's orbiting around a star, and they call this the habitable zone, which means it's equivalent to our zone, where it's like not too hot, not too cold, just right.
Yeah.
And there's potential that there could be life on this planet. It's pretty much the same exact build as our own Mother Earth.
Slightly larger.
Just larger. So it's 40% larger than Earth, and it has about 2 times the gravitational pull, gravity, 2 times gravity.
It's my first step towards becoming a Super Saiyan.
So my first thought, being the psycho that I am, Superman, he's coming. I mean, 2 times gravity, that means he can jump. Anything from that planet can jump higher than us. Easily.
If they come to our planet, yes.
Yeah, if they come here. Easily.
Because I can't imagine going there. I'm going to have to weigh 400 pounds. And
it's
okay, that's actually being modest. But yeah, double our weight.
I mean, look, man, it's okay because I'm the heavyweight of the group, so it's fine. Don't feel too bad. I'm just like, this is the first step towards me becoming a Super Saiyan.
This type of
train at 2 times gravity.
Yeah, this type of space exploration excites me. I'm terrified of heights, but this is exciting. Like if I can go to another planet where we don't have to worry because everything is identical to what we have here. You know what I mean, yeah, sure. There's probably a lot more.
It'll be better.
It's probably a lot more complicated than
no. It'll be better than what we have here,
right?
Because it won't be human pollution and us depleting the ozone
potentially
and everything.
There might be other forms of life out there.
If there's intelligent
that's
life,
the most exciting part,
or unintelligent. If life is less intelligent than us, it'll still be better. And if it's more intelligent, it'll be better.
Fact. So as long as they're not us, we're good.
Exactly. Because if they're less intelligent, we talk about cavemen. They haven't burned fossil fuels and depleted our ozone. They're more intelligent. They probably discovered.
And that's the other thing. It kind of gears more towards the chance that if there is life, they're more intelligent than us. That planet has about 2 billion years on us, as far as existence goes.
That's evolution right there. That's evolution. Wait. What's the human? It's if you consider the evolution of the universe into a 24-hour clock. Humans are in the last 1 second. That's our civilization.
Yeah, pretty much.
In total, humans are like the last 4 seconds.
We take up the last like
3 freaking seconds. If we add 2 billion years to that,
we're adding like a 5-minute head start.
We're adding because it's talking about 14 trillion years. We're adding like another couple seconds, and that's a lot in the scale of things.
I mean, I watch track and field. That's a big difference, man. 5 seconds is a difference. Yo.
In a race,
5 seconds is a difference.
Yes, even 2 seconds is the difference.
So imagine that. That's
Jesus, man.
That's a game changer as far as I'm concerned.
It's the Mass Effect thing. We want to find intelligent life and interact with them because, as we all know, there's no beating around the bush with this. There's only one question on all of us Earthlings' minds when it comes to aliens. Are there others out there like this? And can we fuck them?
Right? Are they hot? Are they hot? And then I don't gotta worry about no STDs, maybe some alien AIDS, but I'll be good.
I am so fucking violent because when he said, "Can we?" The first thing I thought was fight them.
No, we would be
the first thought, like, can we fight them? Fight them. I need to have hand-to-hand combat, no matter how many hands you have.
If aliens had the technology to come visit us, we would look like monkeys to them. I would do not want to fight that advanced culture.
Like, not even even if we eliminate the speculation, just going off of the tiny bit of facts we have: 2 times gravity, 40% larger planet, which means they probably have larger travel distance than we do, so they might have more stamina. So we lost.
2 times gravity, much more strength.
2 times gravity, it's gonna suck to be obese because you're gonna go from 400 to 800 really fast.
I'm gonna die.
So yeah, kind of
more stamina, more strength. That still means they're gonna be better in the bedroom.
Yeah,
so I'm bringing it right back.
Yep.
Doesn't matter where you go.
Us Earthmen are fucked.
We as a species care about 2 things: can we eat it, and can we fuck it? That's it.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll find both of those things there on this new planet.
Leela, I'm coming.
Us Earthmen are fucked because the men are gonna take all our women, and all the women are gonna make us their boy toys.
Yo, imagine that planet is all hot people. Like,
it's
all
a
hot people.
Amazonian planet.
Like the ugliest person there is our Miss Universe.
Damn.
Like imagine that. I mean, I'd even say our Miss Rhode Island because our Miss Rhode Island, whoo, this girl's hot.
Yeah, she is hot.
And I think she should have won Miss Universe personally, but who am I to say? Anyway, that's that spiel. I mean, Earth 2. That's where we leave that conversation.
Next is sending a message. Sending a probe with a message to that planet.
And final thought on that, as far as I'm concerned. Final thought. Do they know we're here? And have they chosen not to interact with us?
That is a theory running around with alien life. That if we actually have been visited we are so behind them technologically and intelligence that they see us as not worth the trouble of trying to establish communications with us.
Like, imagine
they're keeping us under observation to see if we are worthy to be allowed into the Galactic Federation.
Yeah.
I'm of the opposite opinion. I think that we are probably one of the most advanced civilizations in the universe right now.
Really?
At least in our pocket, in our fathomable pocket.
Even though we aren't the oldest.
Reach. Yes, in our fathomable pocket of reach, we may be the most advanced. That might be the case. Something to consider is that with the advent of cell phones with cameras in them, a lot of people thought that we'd catch a lot of more world events with our phones. And there's some things that do go up with world events on their phones. Russian traffic cams are very popular because there's a big insurance thing in Russia, so a lot of cars have
dash cams.
Dash
they
cams.
caught the meteor
They
exploding.
caught the meteor shower.
Yep.
So one thing they thought is, now that there's more cameras, maybe we'll catch more UFO sightings. The answer is no. There's been less since all this camera stuff. There's less UFO sightings. So I really think that there's even less and less to support there being other races right now. Now, we may be it for the time being until we get advanced enough to go exploring.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense.
I'm
Kind of a downer, but
it's a
at
valid
the same
theory.
time...
But we're all of the mind that we are not alone. Are we all of the mind that we are not alone?
Yeah.
We are not the only ones.
Sometimes.
You mean sometimes?
Because sometimes I sit back and I go, there's definitely more life out there. But then other times I think, no, there's not. Because it's really... So if we think there's more life out there, right, then it is really, what's the word I'm looking for? Overconfident. Really hubris of us to believe that there's life out there and we're the only ones looking for it.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know, that's one of the thoughts I have is, if there's really life out there, why haven't we seen a spaceship while flying in space?
Well, it depends on how different in technology, like in their era of technology, they are. If they're the same as us, maybe that civilization is too far away from us, and we don't have the range to meet each other and cross paths.
Yeah. So
also,
that's
it's
the other thing
vast
that I think about
expansive
too.
of space too. You know, you talk about like trying to find two ants trying to connect with each other in the U.S.
True.
You know,
but like, here's my thought. If I just piggyback on Kurt a little bit, so let's say back in the day there was more sightings, more UFO sightings before cameras, right?
I definitely think that's just people hopping on the bandwagon to try to get famous.
If we were sending people up to space during a time period where there are UFO sightings, there's a lot of traffic coming to our planet. At that time, there was a lot of reported traffic. I mean, hard to say that we're missing each other on the way in and out every time.
But what if we had like two?
That's like living
three missions.
That's like living next to your neighbor. No, America itself has had like 20 missions back and forth.
Manned missions, though.
Right. Well, manned missions
to the moon. We've had like
manned missions. We probably had like four of them
in 40 years.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
just
fact
America.
check this?
Yeah, fact check that because we only.
I'm pretty sure we've had 6 landings, but let me check a look.
6. So you figure just America has had 6, not counting Russia, because Russia's got its flag up there too. 2. You know,
I think.
No, they've definitely had more than 2. They're always our support when stuff stops working up there.
Yeah, in the ISS, but not in the moon.
True. But even if we're not just talking about the moon, like we're talking about just going into space. On the way to the moon, it's pretty bright out there from the pictures that we've gotten. Yeah. It looks pretty damn bright. Kind of hard to miss a ship.
What if they're on the other side of the planet, though?
Well, that's another thought, but the moon moves. It's not like the moon's staying in one spot.
Boom! But they launch from the same spot, though.
I was right, 6 landings.
Oh, nice.
Well,
and at the same time,
I'm
too.
a fountain of uselessness.
Now, let's say that, like, there's this theory that Neil deGrasse Tyson put out, which is, like, how the difference in intelligence. We're, like, 2% different from chimpanzees, our closest relative, right? What if they're 1% difference from us? You see what 2% is to us to them. Imagine what 2% from us to an alien race intelligent enough to come here is, right? What if they have the technology to avoid us? You know?
Sign to be afraid of.
That's the thing. But that's the thing where it's like, that's why we haven't had concrete evidence of sightings. You know?
All I know is they won't be the Space Invaders from the 1980s, like a shitty Adam Sandler movie coming out surmises.
Yeah.
Have you? I don't know, Div, if we want to move on from this to the next yet, but did you hear?
I heard it was terrible.
Getting slammed.
Who thought it was going to be good?
You know what they tried to do? They tried to piggyback on Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
All right. And they couldn't.
Stupid people are going to think this movie is
And the reason it was awesome was because it wasn't live action.
The reason it was awesome is because it was fucking awesome.
There is a glorious 10-minute review of this on the internet right now from a movie critic who's been on the internet for a while, Movie Bob. I had to watch it twice to believe it. He goes off the handle on this movie. Like, you made a big deal of a review when other news articles and websites are posting links to your review saying, hey, come look at this guy review this movie. It's amazing.
Dang.
Because, like, Polygon, Metro, and, like, another place, I believe, in Gadgets, commented on this and linked to it, and this guy, the movie Bob, goes off the rails on how bad this is and highlights everything wrong on 10 minutes. Hell, he could go on for more than the movie's length on the number of things wrong with this movie. But please, and I already tweeted this, don't go see Pixels. Go see Ant-Man, and if you've already seen Ant-Man, go see it again, because don't give this movie money.
Go watch Jurassic World, Ant-Man, something different.
I still haven't seen Jurassic World.
Neither have I.
And they already announced a sequel date.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which is pretty insane. Pretty insane. Speaking of sequel dates, Tomb Raider. Coming to PS4 holiday 2016.
Yeah, that's not really much of a...
I know. It's like, to surprise all the people who weren't surprised,
I know.
here you go.
Time sequel.
So but it's good to know that it's finally been confirmed that it's going to be non-exclusive, because my problem with the exclusivity wasn't the fact that it was exclusive to Xbox, because as my PSN account will show, I probably put in about 20 minutes into the most recent Tomb Raider, not because it's not a good game, but just because I haven't taken the time to sit back and play it. Now that I'm done moving, I will be playing a lot of video games for a while. So anybody want to add me online, Super VEGA on PSN, we can play now. We can play.
Speaking of sequels, Bethesda announced the Fallout anthology that is housed in the mini nuke with the extra slot for Fallout 4.
PC
that will be
only.
Released. Yes.
PC only.
That will be released. PC Mustard Race.
PC
that
Mustard
will be released
Race.
at the end of the year.
I'm gonna make a mustard brand.
So I'm excited.
PC Mustard.
We need to make a PC Mustard Race t-shirt.
PC Mustard Race.
I actually
Trademark,
wanted to
copyright.
talk a bit more about the Tomb Raider thing. Not that I'm an Xbox fan.
I'm bothered by the fact that it was so ambiguous and so dirty the way that they tried to throw the exclusive word around. Like, I don't care if it's exclusive. Fine, you might get me to buy the system and play this game because I want to play it, but don't play with people's emotions. Don't play with people's emotions and say, "Oh, it's exclusive."
It's like the
well, kinda, not really. It's like that time when you dated that girl in high school and then found out she was dating everybody else on the football team. It's kind of weird, but you're okay with it because like it's that kind of exclusive. Like, she's getting around. We're just pretending she's not.
I liked it competition-wise because with Xbox One having Tomb Raider, it was like kind of an answer back and forth between Uncharted. It's like Sony will go Uncharted, and Microsoft go Tomb Raider, and then Sony will go more Uncharted, and
Microsoft will go
more Tomb Raider. I wanted that to go, but nah, it's not going to be that.
Right.
Oh well.
Right. Exactly. Exclusivity wise, that would have been cool to enjoy. But what I'm bothered by is just, and I'm sure that everybody's tired of hearing it, but it's just, that like you can't go around saying this is ours now, and then say, well, kind of, and then go only a little bit. All right, it's not ours ever. Just for a little while, you guys can play it first. And on the topic of play it first, EA just did the same thing to Sony. You get all this exclusive Star Wars content, all this great Star Wars promotion, get it on PS4. It's going to be amazing on PS4. But Xbox gets to play it first because they have EA access. Where the fuck did that come from? Like, what was the point of that?
See, I never really cared about exclusives because I just picked the console that fit me at the time.
Right.
You know?
Well, for me, it's usually the exclusives because multiplayer games come out on most platforms.
Yeah.
And again, play with me this week because I'll be playing a lot this week. But I usually don't play online too often because I'm always doing other stuff and I want to play by myself sometimes. Well, most of the time. So multi-platform and multiplayer, aren't great for me. It's more, what can I play by myself that's gonna, like, I like to come away from my gaming experience thinking to myself, well, that was an unproductive day, but I had fun. Like, I don't feel like that when I play multiplayer too often. Like, when I play like fighting games or shooting games every now and then, or real tactical games like Rainbow Six coming out, gonna play the crap out of that. Like, if it's real tactical and I feel like I'm developing a team with like everything that we're doing feels great, then it's cool. But if it's just like shoot him up, bang bang, he's dead, all right, respawn, do it again, kind of gets boring. Kind of like when I'm done with that, I'm like, damn, I did nothing today. I wasted my life, and that I don't like.
See, I guess I have a different experience with like that game. For the perfect game is that Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty is like that, where it's like bang bang, I died, respawn, do it again. For me, it's the experience with the love I had of Call of Duty was, it was nice upgrading everything because I love RPGs, and I always played with friends. And when we clicked, we were unstoppable. That was amazing. That was an amazing feeling. We were playing a domination game, holding 2 flags and keeping the entire enemy team locked on one side of the map, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel. I love that because it takes teamwork, communication, and I love games. Like when I play multiplayer, I play games that have teamwork, and you need teamwork.
Same thing. When I play multiplayer, I'm looking for the teamwork aspect. Like Last of Us, like I played multiplayer on Last of Us because there was no way to win without your team. Like you just could not win without your team. You know, everybody had to be on the same page. Destiny felt like that occasionally. Like when you played it really hard with like your close friends and it was just the 3 of you, sometimes it felt like you needed each other to win.
Destiny has that leftover appeal from Halo where you can win if you're a crazy mess.
Yeah,
and skilled,
but it's unlikely.
But you can also win by being good.
And the other team sucks. Like that's the thing. Like this, it's not just like, let's say you have both adequate teams, and then you have like one great player. Yes, it will help, and you will have an easier time. But the only way a lone wolf in Destiny and like, you know, other games like Halo like that will win is if the other team's skill is lower than your average skill.
Or in Destiny, you can just level grind, but
well, yeah,
that's enough Destiny hate from me today.
Yeah,
it's all the Destiny hate you get. And on the topic of competitive stuff, ESPN, formerly the broadcast sports station that claimed they'd never air esports news on their channel because esports were not a real sport, airing esports news this week.
They were airing esports tournaments.
Yeah,
they were airing tournaments.
They aired
ESPN.
Evo. Evo was on ESPN. It got a highlight. It even got a highlight reel. What are we coming to? What is this world coming to? I'm so excited that video games get a highlight reel on ESPN. There is nothing more exciting than that for me because it's great. Despite the fact that it was probably the worst highlight reel they could have aired. It demonstrated, I forgot who was playing, but long story short, the guy was losing, had to come from behind win on the round, so he tied up the game 1-1. But in his head, he thought he won the match.
Oh, I saw that.
I heard about that.
So he got up, threw his arms up, throwing around, was like, yes, I got this. Turned around, saw that he was getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then ultimately lost.
Hubris.
Hubris. So that was very, very interesting to see and exciting to see aired on ESPN. ESPN, keep doing that. You might have me watching ESPN more often.
Gaming getting accepted into more and more
mainstream,
of the mainstream
culture.
media.
Nothing more exciting than that, man.
Yep.
Also, to be noted, Capcom just announced a new fighter for Street Fighter V. Oh yes.
Yes, tell us about this.
The raging something or other. He is raging. I don't know what he is, but he is raging, and it is killer. And watching him is amazing.
Tell us about him.
He definitely looks like a villain. His name is Nikali, and he goes Super Saiyan. That's his. That's his special.
Us about this. Like he
goes Super Saiyan.
You're telling us this. He had dreadlocks, right?
And when he goes Super Saiyan, he has dreadlocks, and then he loses his dreadlocks. Like his hair just goes too much power to contain, whoa, and breaks out of dreadlocks.
What?
Yeah, it turns red. It's crazy. Super badass. Like, it is amazing. And then when he is done with his special, because it's a short-term special boost, his hair goes back into dreadlocks. It knows to go back. into dreadlocks.
I mean, it's classic Dragon Ball Z logic.
How do these dreadlocks do it? What is the secret?
They just untwist and twist, I'm guessing. I don't know what it is that they do, but whatever they do, it's freaking awesome.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Oh God, why? I hate you, Chet. I love you, but I hate you right now.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh God, can that be the title of this episode now?
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to make some phone calls so we can get paid for that. Oh man, you just made so much work for me. Oh man. And there's also.
Hey, what's that Street Fighter guy who fights with the oils?
The oils?
He oils himself up and wrestles everyone.
Oh, Hugo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hugo.
Maybe he's supplying him with the Maybelline. He has an unlimited supply.
He has a hair oil.
Unlimited supply.
As well as some shampoo and hair products.
He gives Zangief the special chest hair shampoo that he uses.
He goes around supplying people.
I would like to think this Hugo guy just supplies everybody with their beauty products.
God.
That's probably why he's getting sidelined in this game. He ran out of beauty products. Couldn't jump in the fray.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I'm not gonna get past that today.
Oh God,
that is terrible. Oh my God. Jesus. Chat, what do you have?
Should I take this somewhere else? Alright, let's talk about more crappy video games. So Wamco Band-Aid at a boo-boo. They released Godzilla.
Godzilla needs some Maybelline.
It's terrible.
It's a game based off a movie, based off of an old movie, TV show.
No, it's like based on, the Godzilla series on film. He fights Mecha Godzilla and whoever else. Okay, so
would you believe me if I said I don't know anything about Godzilla?
I don't either. I barely know that much.
I don't know much about the old Godzilla.
Yeah.
I know the new Godzilla who breathes purple flame lasers into people's mouths and burns their head off. You haven't seen Godzilla?
What?
You haven't seen Godzilla?
No.
Watch Godzilla.
The new one that just came out?
Yes, the new one that just came
sucks.
out. No, it does not. You shut your mouth.
He breathes purple lasers into people's mouths.
The Roland Emmerich one was better. Come at me.
Your mouth.
Every part of that sentence.
Shut your mouth.
Just speaks to my soul.
The new Godzilla was amazing. New Godzilla was amazing. You shut your mouth.
It was boring.
Oh my God, Chet. We're no longer friends.
There was 10 minutes of monster fighting in that movie. Pacific Rim.
It was more like
the movie.
Man, the whole point of Pacific Rim is monster fighting.
Yes, that's why it was better.
No, Godzilla. This is an introduction. Godzilla.
It was.
We got like half hour of Godzilla.
Wait. What are you introducing me to a dinosaur for?
We're introducing it for more Godzilla.
I don't need an introduction.
Future Godzilla.
I don't need an introduction for something that comes out of the water, is larger than 90% of the buildings in my city, and is tearing shit apart. He does not need an introduction. He introduced himself pretty damn well.
But look, we got like 30 minutes of Godzilla. We got like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes of fighting. It was awesome. You need to shut your mouth. There was so much destruction. There was purple, like white flame.
You got my attention on the purple lasers going into people's mouths.
The destruction in Godzilla, the new one, was like watching Man of Steel, except without any of Superman fighting Zod. It's just like, here are some buildings getting wrecked. That was how much.
Here's the leftover footage we had from Man of Steel.
No, bitch.
And here's Godzilla.
And
we're gonna put them together.
Awesome.
They were leading up to a money shot. It's like, oh, what is that? Then they finally reveal Godzilla. Godzilla's like, rah, and it's like, Godzilla, here he is. And we're gonna cut away to the stupid people we don't care about some more. You don't get to see the fight whatsoever.
We did get to watch the fight though.
Ultimate sin of that movie.
Yes, it was a sin, but we got to watch the important parts of that fight.
And if you want to know what's even worse than the Godzilla new movie, come at me. We're going to talk about the Godzilla game.
That's what we were talking about. I was wondering how we got to Godzilla.
The game can be beaten in an hour, so shorter than the new Godzilla movie, thankfully. I'm going to stop.
I hate you right now. I'm seething. If this was a video podcast, Steve would be blowing out of my ears right now. Chet, we're going to have problems. We're going to have problems, my friend.
So is the new Godzilla on Redbox, or did it go straight to Netflix? By the way,
I don't know.
The term straight to Netflix is the new straight to DVD.
No, it was actually quite successful.
Yeah.
Okay. But successful
I can only
and good.
assume the next one will be
Successful and
good.
good.
It was
are two
successful
different
and good,
terms.
unless you're an idiot, like someone we know.
Successful and good are two different terms. You know
Let me explain the
like
game.
It was not Twilight successful.
Sharknado is a very successful series.
Is it really?
Yeah, they just launched. They just
released
released Sharknado 3.
I know, but
it did so well over the weekend that they just announced Sharknado 4 today.
Why?
I watch. It's entertaining. It's so bad it is amusing.
Oh, it's one of
Unlike
those.
Pixels,
It's so bad,
which is so bad it sucks. I didn't go for Godzilla.
I was gonna kick you. I would have kicked you.
I could have.
I would have kicked you in my size 13 dress boots.
Just like
I would have kicked you in my size 13 dress boots.
He could have also went Xbox One, but he chose not to.
I mean, look, man, I'm an Xbox fan. I'm an Xbox fan because the PS4 controller is tiny as fuck, and most of the people I play with are on Xbox. That's why I go for the console. But I would have said the Xbox One has had terrible selection and a terrible launch. I would have agreed with that.
The most recent Kickstarter, held by Senor Keiji Inafune himself. Right? He's Mega Man, right? Keiji Inafune is Mega Man.
Hold up. Let's finish about Godzilla.
No, I want to finish bashing Xbox.
Okay. All right. Go.
Well, anyway, he did a Kickstarter for his new game that's supposed to be like a Mega Man Legends successor, which really means Mega Man Legends without any of the trademark names, which is fine by me. But he did a poll to see which console they should develop for first, so they can.
It's
add
gotta
that
be
as a stretch goal.
PlayStation.
59% said PlayStation.
I don't.
25
that's
said
not
Wii
surprised.
U, and 9% said Xbox One.
Not surprised.
I'm
not surprised.
It's a cable box. It's Microsoft's first foray into cable.
No,
for that I commend them.
No, I blame the failure of the Xbox One to the freaking idiot masses who didn't understand the benefits of always online. Yes, there were problems, but God, being able to stream my library from my friend's Xbox One would have been amazing.
I don't blame the people who didn't understand.
I blame the idiot masses who complained, and then I blame idiot Microsoft for buckling.
I don't blame the people who didn't understand it, and then we'll get back to terrible Godzilla. But it's not the people. It's not the people's fault for not understanding. It's your fault for not expressing correctly, which is what I try to teach all the people that I work with all the time. You need to express yourself in a way where anyone can understand what you're saying,
and that's understandable.
And Microsoft didn't do that.
I agree with that point. I agree with that point, but at the same time, before you go, I need to interrupt you. Before you go, this idiot masses are so renowned. Look, I'm sorry. All right? A little bit of my Dominican side is coming out right now because this pissed me off when it happened.
I think we're good for the day, man. We're gonna just kick back and let's.
You just brought it back. You just brought it back. Because these idiot masses who just react to the first thing they see, they react to the headline, they react to just the first word of an article without even reading or doing the slightest bit of research, fucked it up for everyone else.
I don't know, man.
And Microsoft fucked it up.
I don't know, man. I'm having a good time with my PS4.
Look, man.
Even if we get shafted with shitty games like Godzilla. that's the downside. That's the downside to being the better system. Or not the better, I'm sorry, that was the wrong word. That's the downside to being the more popular system at the moment. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to develop and try to cash in, and then you get craptastic games like Godzilla that end up on your console.
Well, it's on everything.
You try to defend it. Did it come out for Xbox? Because initially,
I actually don't think it came out for Xbox One. That's
what I'm saying. I'll fact check that while you go into detail about why it was so bad.
First of all, I'm really surprised I wasn't the one defending the Xbox One. But
damn it, I'm sweating.
Second of all, that Red Ash thing and all the Inafune stuff.
The AC's broken.
I'm not surprised with that because the Sony PlayStation and the Wii U are the correct market for those things. It's not an Xbox One market. I can accept that. Mm-hmm. Thirdly, I'm going to go off on another tangent from our tangent and say that reminds me, Project Cars not coming out for Wii U anymore. The guys on that just said, hey, you know what? Wii U can't handle it. No matter how much we dumb down the graphics, we'll wait for the NX. And that was it.
PS4 exclusive.
Reel it back in. PS4 exclusive for Godzilla? So.
Well, no, PlayStation exclusive. PS4 and PS3.
You're playing Godzilla. Okay. First of all, this game's an hour long. I play games that are good that are an hour long.
You got a 3 out of 10.
The length of time doesn't really matter. It just has to be good quality, fun.
It's $60. Right? Yeah. Are you going to pay $60 for something that's an hour long?
It depends, man.
Okay. So there's only like 3 attacks.
I would not pay $60. I would not pay $60 for an hour-long game. It's just pretty much first and foremost. No, like I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan, and the only reason I bought it is because they said it was $30, and I still got it for $20. So
it has replay value. You can do the missions.
Yeah, which is great.
Godzilla gives you stuff to unlock, but it's still the same thing over and over again. Here is the real kicker of everything that got me the most surprised about it. So you're playing a regular video game. Hold out your invisible controller, okay? So what are you gonna do to move your character? You're in a third-person camera setting.
Left stick.
Move forward.
Left stick.
Left stick. Okay, move backward. It's the left stick. So I want your character to turn left or turn right. What do you do?
Turn the left stick left.
Turn the right stick.
Well, it depends. Yeah.
If you're playing GoldenEye, yes, it was left stick, but yeah.
Right stick for camera movement. Yeah.
Okay, so that you want right stick turns
the camera,
makes you turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right stick only moves the camera, but not the orientation of your character. So if you are moving forward on the left stick... Oh my god,
the vehicle system. It's like driving a car.
Tank. So you move forward, and if you're left and right on the left stick, also don't turn Godzilla. The right stick does not do anything other than move the camera, but you're still moving Godzilla forward and backward. To turn Godzilla, you have to press R1 and L1.
What? Alright.
Let that sink in for a second. Oh. R1 and L1 are the only way to turn.
I got a hot flash right now when he said that.
The game is so bad. This is what I understand. That everything you just said, I interpret it as the game is so bad that they didn't know what else to do with the buttons, and knew that they needed to. They felt like they needed to use every button, and they ran out of things to do with the buttons. So they just put that to those. Unbelievable.
Whamco Band-Aid, $60.
That's why why I stick to their fighting games.
Let's see, the last game I played where you turn something left and right with bumpers.
It was a flight game.
Yes, absolutely. Air Force Delta Storm. That was like an Xbox original or something.
I thought you were going to say Ace Combat, because that was also Whamco Band-Aid.
I think Air Force Delta was Konami. But yeah, no, that was, you have to turn properly by banking and turning, but you can also turn left and right a little by moving the flaps. So that was...
Wow. So it's like you're a tank moving Godzilla, as opposed to you actually moving a living prehistoric monster, head of top food chain type thing.
Oh hey, segue time. Konami made that flight simulator I was talking about. But fuck Konami. Guess what else they did?
They made Yu-Gi-Oh! For iPad. Konami is on... You don't fuck with Konami right now.
Oh, yes, we do.
I got Konami's back right now.
Oh, yes, we do.
VEGA has become a Konami
I got
fan.
Konami's back right now. They made Yu-Gi-Oh! For iPad.
So you're
I have not been able to put the shit down. I've probably spent way more money than I even realized buying packs and buying cards. But I'm gonna whoop everybody's ass in that game.
So you're okay with the whole raking over the coals thing with Kojima Studios, then?
I'm not okay with that.
So let's talk.
So that's where my heart breaks, because it's like, damn you, Konami, I want to have your back, but Kojima changed my life. Like, he is part of the reason I am who I am today. Like, Metal Gear Solid is everything that I remember from my childhood. Like, Metal Gear Solid. Like, I will never forget the first time I fought Gray Fox. I will never forget that fucking... How do you have a fist fight on top of the tank robot mech monster that I just took down? I have a fist fight with my brother, my cloned brother. And then when I win, he tries to get away. So we drive through a tunnel, tearing into each other with machine guns from the freaking Humvees that we're driving, until he drives off the cliff and dies, and then comes back, and then it just gets so crazy from there that I'm not even going to ruin it for anybody who has not played that, because they have no friends and no childhood. And
we're very poor like me, and I actually didn't play.
You could ROM that shit. Don't come with that. Come with that nonsense.
Now I could ROM that shit.
You can ROM it.
Now I could ROM that shit, but I have no interest.
Well.
I have no interest, I'm sorry.
I was a latecomer, but I really liked Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. You don't have to know any...
Snake Eater.
You don't have... The best part about Metal Gear Solid 3 is you don't have to know anything about Metal Gear to enjoy that one. because it's the earliest in the series continuity-wise, and it's still fully a Metal Gear game.
It introduces you to everything, and it is still a full Metal Gear game.
I mean, that is the game where every time you save the game, when you get back, you'll have a 5 to 10 minute conversation about films.
Mm-hmm. I just have a thing about going back. Like, if I didn't play a game as a kid,
it's hard to
I have
play
a
back
thing
catalog.
it's hard to get into it late. You know, it's
the whole nostalgia thing. So something that someone is nostalgic for someone, another person may be like, this is absolute crap.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I do. I mean, so even though you didn't get a chance to play it young, I genuinely say you should try it.
Try at least the HD collection.
Because here's the thing that happens, right? Like when I was young, I played the game, and I was a smart young kid, so like I got a lot of the stuff that they were saying. But even then, a lot of stuff went over my head. Like there was a ton of stuff that they talked about in the game that went way over my head until I played it again while I was older. Mm-hmm. And then like that's why I love the series so much, because I feel like it grew with me. Because of how young I got into it, it grew with me. Every time I learned something new in school, and then I played Metal Gear again, because I played every year. I literally play every one of them. I finish each one of them once a year.
The only games you finish?
Every year, like consistently. And every time I play it, I feel like I learn something new. Or not just learn something new, but I address something new. Like I hear stuff that's gone on in the world, or I hear stuff that's happening now, and I play the game, and I'm like, holy crap. That's crazy. Like that's so entwined into like what's going on in the world.
But because you grew up with it and you have that nostalgia, you can, like, for lack of a better word, you can ignore the bad aspects of it.
I mean,
well, for me, getting into it, even on like an HD remastered edition, I'm not even talking about the graphics. I'm just talking about like gameplay mechanics and maybe a little bit of graphics, but like just gameplay mechanics, aspects of the game, like doing certain missions. Because I don't have the nostalgia or the fond memories of it, I'm going to notice that more, and it's going to take away from my experience of the game.
I agree with you on that. But like even with nostalgia, there are some games that I can't go back and play because they just don't play well. Like Resident Evil, for example. Before they made the HD version, I couldn't go back and play it because the controls were awful.
Oh yeah.
There was no excuse. There's nothing else to say about that. The controls were awful.
I'm going to side with VEGA.
Metal Gear
here.
CHET will tell you.
It's something you can go back to.
It's aged very well in the sense that they were doing so many things so advanced in that game that there are games that have come out recently, like Godzilla, that don't got that this game has better controls than. It has a better control scheme than some of the games that have come out, in my opinion. And now this might just be my Metal Gear.
Metal Gear does have a weird control scheme, though. It's not bad. It's weird.
It's different.
Weird.
But it's different because of the way it works. Like, it works with the game. When you play it, you'll understand what I mean by that. But it works with the game. Because the game is about being stealthy. So the control scheme is intentionally difficult in some aspects for you to do things. Because they want you to feel the pressure of being under stealth. But I think...
find a USB PlayStation controller now.
I think...
You can get an HD collection for PS3.
No, but it won't give you...
But then I'd have to buy PS3. Yeah. It's even more expensive.
It won't give you the first one. I will lend you my PS3 and my original copy of Metal Gear so you can try it.
All right.
But what
can
I was
you play the Twin Snakes version for GameCube? Was that an acceptable alternative to the original? Because I know there's some fans who don't like it.
Nostalgia-wise, absolutely not.
Okay. Now I need to find the GameCube.
Gameplay-wise, yes, it's acceptable. But nostalgia-wise, they
because it may be easier to get a hold of the GameCube one.
Well, no, I have my PS3 and I have a copy of the Metal Gear.
Yeah, let me borrow.
There you go.
So invite me over your house
and you can watch me play. Oh, you can play?
Well, I didn't play.
I would probably rather watch you play for the first hour so I can see if I'm.
You can pretty much watch someone play Metal Gear anyway. It's a very watchable game.
Truth.
I mean, all the jokes aside about the millions of cutscenes, even when it's not cutscenes, you can watch your friend play.
Well, I have no problem with that. As long as it's interesting, I don't care if it's
if you watch somebody like me playing who knows where everything is, then you can I feel like you can totally my girlfriend sat down and watched me play all the Metal Gears, and that's how she got into Metal Gear. Like, she likes Metal Gear and doesn't play any video games, but she enjoys Metal Gear. She's always like, they should make a movie of this game. Like, that'll be awesome. Or like, she's always talking about how she likes it because she watched me play. Because it takes away from the gameplay a little bit to watch somebody play who's so advanced, but it also gives back to the story to watch somebody like me play. Like, because I know where all the things are.
Because you're not distracted by him failing at this gameplay mechanic.
Right.
So I
know everything I need to get. I know where everything's at. I know where the extra logs are, where the secret stuff is. That just kind of makes you go, oh damn, this stuff, like this game was really fucking thought out. Like they even planned out like what it would look like if you looked into the toilet in the bathroom where the guy just came out of taking a shit, and you realize he didn't wash his hands or flush.
Invite me over. I will watch you play the game. Invite me over your next marathon
will you
session.
come over and watch me play?
I would love to, because we still need a housewarming party. So
Fact. We do need a housewarming party for my new place. So.
But
you're all invited as well.
This makes it all the more heartbreaking with the news, and it seems Konami is throwing away their prize-winning pony. I don't know who he screwed with.
I think Kojima banged somebody's wife.
Yeah.
He's a player.
I think he banged somebody's
wife and daughter.
At the same time.
This boy violated every single bro code and just damn.
Who did he do?
He had a threesome with the daughter and the wife of the president. Oh no.
Oh god.
No, Kojima, why?
I'm pretty sure I stole that joke from somewhere, but I don't know. So
he modeled quiet. He modeled quiet after the daughter.
They were like, you have disrespected my family. Now you must commit seppuku. Okay. He's like, fuck
but
you.
It's crazy. They've completely ousted Kojima and Kojima Productions. Kojima Productions is already officially closed.
Well, not officially. It's just that one of the voice actors of Solid Snake, the Japanese voice actor, did all but confirm it. He said, yeah, totally happening. Konami is being silent, but at this point, they're not that good at hiding this kind of thing.
What really blows my mind...
And, wait, hold on. And the removal of his name from the projects. The goal to say that, oh, we're going to erase you from Metal Gear, as if they can do that. As if they think taking Kojima's name
off of
Metal Gear is not going to make people realize this is still a Kojima game.
Which I think breaks some laws somewhere. It has to break a rule.
If it wasn't
removing that name.
If it wasn't for the fact that I want the collector's edition, I wouldn't buy it day one. Like I would not buy it day one if it wasn't for me getting the collector's edition.
You would buy it used, so they wouldn't get any money?
Yeah, because that's just terrible what they're doing. And what blows my mind, and this is where I'm a little conflicted, what blows my mind is Kojima's still going out of his way to promote the game. Like he just tweeted about a poster, an exclusive poster that they made that looks amazing, and it's gonna be at certain retailers for you to purchase, and it looks incredible. And it's like, this guy is being shafted from all directions, and he's still doing that. Which then leads me to believe, and this is why I still got Konami's back, this is all a Kojima plan.
Oh, yeah, there is that
diabolicalness right now.
The dude is known for the craziest publicity stunts known to man. Alright? And I think that surgeon who wanted to do the head surgery, that was all part of this Kojima plan. As crazy as it may sound, I think that was all doctored up as part of the Kojima plan. And when people started seeing through it, Kojima was like, "Alright, fine, fuck with me, bro." And he went all in and like played his last hand on this. And when it comes out, they're gonna patch things up. There's gonna be some sort of joke. And then there's even in Ground Zeroes, the Deja Vu mission, which is on PS4, is PS4 exclusive.
Where you find the
the Kojima Productions symbols and erase them from the game. So there's like that's either super troll or Kojima secretly put that in there knowing that he was not gonna last with these guys.
I want to believe it. I think he put it in knowing he's not gonna last because Konami's had a history of pettiness that's like this. It's just never been on this scale before.
I'm not familiar with any. Enlighten me.
Well, one is like with games journalist Jim Sterling, who called them out on some of a few dodgy business and PR practices in one of his videos that he does weekly, and it got them so enraged it went all the way to the top. And let me point out, he was trying to actually help them. They were promoting the Month of Madness thing, where they were releasing 3 Silent Hill games all in 1 month. I don't know if you can remember that because they failed anyway. Because one wasn't very good.
Yep.
the other one was delayed, and then the third one was like delayed even longer than that, so it didn't even come out. Book of Memories. Mm-hmm. He wanted to do an interview about that one.
Book of Memories came out. That's the Vita one.
Yes, that's what he wanted to interview them about, and they just would not get back to him. Like, all he said is, all you have to do is just say yes, and I'll talk to you about the game. I'll give you free publicity. And they didn't do it, so in the end they just blacklisted him. Because he made a video about their dodgy practices. And since then, there's been uncoveries from other people, YouTubers, investigating, saying, hey, these are some dodgy things these people are doing.
That's nuts.
So yeah, no, they've had a history of dodginess with their, both mishandling their own PR with, you know, bad decisions like releasing the Metal Gear Solid HD collection on the same day as Call of Duty, which is an unbelievably stupid thing to do. And when they released the HD, when they released the HD collection, there were tons of stores, sometimes even entire states in the U.S. that didn't have copies.
Yep.
So yeah, just bad decisions left and right, and pettiness with.
I'm happy
with execs getting in fights that sometimes escalate.
In the world that we live in, I'm excited. It's saddening to see Kojima go, but I'm excited for his career because of it.
It gives him more freedom.
He has been saying that he wanted to stop Metal Gear for a while. And whether that's true or not is not really the point. You know, maybe he didn't want to stop. Maybe he just wanted to take a break, a creative break. Completely understandable. Like, that is his baby. That is what he's most known for, alongside Zone of the Enders. But Konami wouldn't let him. So I'm excited for this in the fact that Kojima will now have some freedom to do what he wants. And with the way that Kickstarter has supported all of these old developers that we're fond of, Keiji,
I'm trying to think of it too. I know there's a bunch.
Castlevania guy.
The Banjo-Kazooie thing.
Banjo-Kazooie, the ukulele. Yu Suzuki with Shenmue. Like, all these different development studios that have gotten their support directly from us. This is literally us putting our dollar down and saying, we want this game. We no longer, and it's beautiful because now we no longer have to rely on the companies, these major companies, to say, yeah, we're going to fund this and hopefully it sells. We can now talk directly to the developer and say, hey, can you make this game for us, please? Here's my money to prove to you that I want it. It's like we're giving down payments, and this is the new age of pre-orders. And I personally like it. I like the system that we have, that we're building for pre-orders now. Like, pre-order this game by supporting the Kickstarter. I think it goes further than just doing a regular pre-order where we don't know what's going to happen with the game. It's a blind pre-order. At least with Kickstarter or any other type of direct funding, we can communicate with these people. We can choose how much we want to put into this game, how badly we want to see it. We can even go as far as putting down an exorbitant amount of money just to spend time with them.
This new trend of asking fans to put their money where their mouth is really working.
It is.
I hope that works for Kojima. I hope it works for more people who have found themselves screwed over by the development process. Masayoshi Kikuchi, if you're listening, make Jet Set Radio happen. I will give you money.
Oh my God, yes.
There's never been any news about that.
Make Jet Set Radio happen now.
Make the new Jet Set Radio happen.
I have a friend. He's black.
Oh, okay.
If they announce, I'm sorry, it's equivalent to my point, right?
It's equivalent to
racist.
You can consider it.
I think that's where we'll close. We'll close here, so we don't get any worse. White people.
If he would undergo the Michael Jackson surgery for Jet Set Radio to be produced, that's how much he loves that freaking game.
I'm in love with I like the second one the most, but
when they remade it,
I repurchased an Xbox 360 just so I could play, because I can't find an original Xbox anywhere. But I repurchased a 360 so that I could play Jet Set Radio Future again because I missed it so much. And I have 2 copies. I have a copy I don't even open anymore because it's the original release and it's foil and it's pretty. So there's this other version that I buy that I do play because it's not the pretty original version. It's this weird demo disc-y one that came with Sega GT 2002. I play that one. And the other one just stays locked up, safe, so I don't know. I love it.
It's gonna become a collector's edition.
And I'll admit, that game, Nostalgia Blindness, I played a few times. Man, there are some unforgivable bugs in that one.
I came into that game late.
Today.
I came into that game late.
I played
That game has some awful subtitle translation.
Oh, God.
It's got some
terrible
issues
plot
that
twist.
kill the whatever the plot twist.
It's like
got
M. Night
some
Shyamalan
bugs
in the Avatar.
that can keep you from progressing in the game forever. And thank goodness actually for patching, because I know people get if they allow people to patch games, then the people are going to release unfinished games. But we have all these old classic games that could so use a patch and will never get one because they were original games, and once they're out, that was the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
PC mustard
I would love
race.
Jet Set Radio to be
PC
patched,
mustard race.
but that won't happen.
Yep. So, Al, tell us about a game that you have some nostalgia.
Yeah, we talked about Metal Gear, talked about Jet Set Radio, Future.
God. I don't know.
What about you?
I'm very cliche with my nostalgia.
Oh boy.
Just give us your favorite old game.
Alright, my first game.
Favorite old game. That'd be your first game.
My favorite old game. Man.
Got too many. First one.
I gotta say.
First pop
My
your head.
the first one popped in the head was Super Mario for the NES. But my favorite old game has to be. It'd probably go if we're going PS1. I'd go Spyro.
Oh,
Spyro.
such goodness.
Spyro. Yeah. Crash Bandicoot.
Funny story about
You know?
Crash Bandicoot, real quick. So I was talking to this girl a couple days ago, and she was like, "Yeah, you know, I love the I don't play video games anymore, but I love the old games. You know, like the purple one, like Spyro.
The purple one.
She's like, yeah, that one. It was great. And then we started like joking around about it. And then my friend's there, and we're talking. And then she goes, oh, and the other one that I played, the one where you can make him. He just runs forward. And I was like, what?
What?
She's like, yeah, he runs forward. And I go, is he orange? She's like, yeah. He's like, Crash. Really, you could remember Crash Bandicoot? And you describe him as the game where you make him go forward.
That was. There's a lot of games that.
The only reason
reason
that Crash came to my mind is because she had just said Spyro previously.
Yeah,
and those
you
go
would
hand in
think
hand.
that.
Crash and Spyro go together.
For me, Banjo-Kazooie too. Banjo-Kazooie is
Yes.
just and you know Super Mario 64.
Croc, Gex the Gecko.
The original Smash.
No.
Really?
That's where this. Now the podcast is over.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's fine.
Chet, if they want to learn more about you and your disinterest in Smash Brothers, where can they find you?
That's where nostalgia blinds people, though. It's the original Smash.
All right. You can find me out on. Let's see. I have a couple listings. Hey, it's Chet on Twitter.
Is that your
Hey,
Craigslist
_.
men and seeking women account too?
No.
I'm kidding.
No, it's the Missed
I'm kidding. He
Encounters.
doesn't
It's the
have-
Missed Encounters
Oh,
one.
Missed Encounters.
It's like, hey, you,
Missed
the
Encounters.
redhead from the coffee shop.
Hey, it's Chet on Twitter. You can also find my WordPress. I finally put up the article on kids games. Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to read that.
You can read
right.
about that. Where can they find out more about you?
They can find me on my soon-to-be completely redesigned website, supervega.com. And if for the lazy folk out there, you can also follow me on Instagram or the Twitter at It's Supervega. I haven't posted anything on Instagram in God knows how long. I haven't posted anything on Twitter in a while, but I will be getting back to doing so once my website and all my other crazy stuff that I got going on is done. And fun fact, you might see me in a movie next to Kevin Hart and The Rock pretty soon. Pretty cool. All right, cool.
Were you there when he dislocated his finger?
No, I wasn't there. For
You
that.
weren't there? That would have been cool. He's like, I ain't got no time to bleed. You see his finger? He's bam. I'm like, let's pop this son bitch back in.
Yep.
I'm like, yes.
El Sumo.
I love it.
Sumo, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on Twitters at L_Sumo with a 0, not an O, because someone took my name. You goddamn bastards.
Hey, me too. You gotta put underscores between
I
mine.
guess.
I didn't have to.
I know I've been saying I would post.
Funny thing is, I also have the at Supervega handle. I don't use it anymore, but I also have that one.
Just redirect to the other one. Hey guys,
Just
go to the other one.
Yeah.
I don't like
Go to this one. Go to this one. I will post training, updates or whatever. It's been crazy busy transitioning between work stuff that's changing around. I just have had no time to go to the gym at all. If I will do it, and I will try to post more on the Twitter.
Sumo about to get swole.
Man.
Sumo about to get swole.
I don't get swole. I become a bear.
Hashtag Sumo about to
get swole.
Is that with a W? Do we write that with a W? Swole?
Swole.
Or do we write it with a
SWOLE?
No CH? Swole?
Nah. Oh, can we do swole? Can we do like sword? Can we
Sumo about to get swole?
Yes,
with a
SCHWOLE. SCH. Nah, I'm about to get swole.
I'm about to get swole.
Just no LE. Just SCHWO. I'm about to get swole. I'm about to get me some swole.
On that note, Super Friends, away! Swole.